What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Well, my driver Crespo here with a video about prime drivers. Um, I don't want to say like I'm a hater of Prime. Prime is a great company. I made a lot of money with Prime. It was a great time at Prime. I met great people at Prime. You can consider me maybe Prime YouTuber hater. Not every YouTuber. Like, for example, No Hippie Trucking. Great guy. I owe you dinner. I get it. I owe you dinner. I need to stop by. Anytime you're in Springfield, let me know if I'm driving by. I'll get you the steak dinner. But like No Hippie Trucking, there's no hate with No Hippie Trucking. And there's just other people that I don't like the information they give because I think myself, as I previously worked at Prime for 4 years, it's misleading to new drivers. But anyways, leasing a truck to Prime. You're leasing a regular truck to Prime. Not a lease purchase, because when you lease purchase, um, you take more responsibility. But as a lease operator, regular lease operator, don't consider yourself an owner operator. And don't take this the wrong way. What I'm going to tell you should be calling yourself, it's actually a good idea. It's actually something that will keep everybody happy. Because you might think like, why would owner operators be mad that I'm leasing with Prime and they're not, and they don't want to call me an owner operator? But if you think about it, you're going to be an owner operator outside of Prime and you want to buy a truck and be a real owner operator, you got to have good credit. You got to have good credit. You got to have a down payment. Not only you have to have a good down payment, I believe you have to have experience in trucking. I don't think you could just buy a truck straight out of school. Um, and when you do that, you're risking your credit. You're risking a lot. All right. When you lease with Prime, it's a walkaway lease. Things go bad. You decide you don't want to go trucking anymore. You break a leg and you can't afford payments anymore because you're out of work and you don't have health insurance because you went 1099. Whatever happens, you have a way out, an easy way out. If you're an owner operator, you don't have a way out. If you can't afford the truck payment, there goes your credit, there goes your money, there goes everything. So you have to understand when owner operators don't consider you a real owner operator, it's because you're not taking the risk that they're taking. You are taking payments, you're making payments, but you really don't have any risk like they do. So what I say that you should call yourself, and I don't want to hate for this, I want you to please listen and think about it. When you're doing a regular lease with Prime, you're actually, I would say, a franchise owner. Um, so you could be, let's say you could be an owner operator even when you have a franchise, but it's a little bit different. And why would you say I compare this to a, why would I compare this to a franchise? Well, if you think about it, when you buy a franchise, let's say you buy a McDonald's franchise, you gotta have a location, you gotta have a building, you gotta have a spot where you could run your business. The payment that you're doing for the spot you got to run your business, that could be considered your truck payment. It's a spot, it's a building, it's somewhere where you could conduct your business. So you buy a franchise, you buy a building, you buy a truck, you lease a truck to Prime, you're paying for the truck. That's where you conduct your business. That's that. Second, when you're a franchise owner, let's say, you have to buy the product from the franchisee. Okay? You're not gonna buy hamburger meat or French fries from Burger King if you are a franchise owner of a McDonald's. You gotta buy from McDonald's. So in trucking, how do I translate that into Prime? Well, you can't haul any loads that you want. You could only haul loads that Prime is allowed to hold, or that Prime allows you to uh, load. You're limited to the loads that Prime offers, and that's it, right? So as another thing. If you do a franchise with McDonald's, you can't put George's Burgers. You know, it has to be McDonald's because you have a franchise. So when you lease a truck to Prime, you can't put George's truck. You gotta have Prime in the truck. You know, so you see where I'm going? It's kind of like, you know what? If it bothers you, if someone's like, "Oh, you're just a fake owner operator," you'll be like, "No, I'm a franchise owner of Prime." Um, that's the way I see it. I mean, you do make the payments. Like if you make the payments to your franchise, so you gotta buy product from the franchise from McDonald's. Let's say I'm gonna use McDonald's. That's what I've been using. You gotta buy the product from them, and you gotta pay the price they tell you you gotta pay for. So you gotta take the load from Prime, and you gotta take whatever the load pays. You cannot negotiate the payment on the load. So that's one. That's another thing. So to me, it makes more sense saying, you know what? Fine. You don't think I'm an owner operator? Whatever. I'm a franchise owner. Oh yeah, what franchise do you own? Prime franchise. That's what I own. You know, and it actually makes it sound more of a business owner than an owner operator to me. So if somebody, when I was listening to Prime, somebody said, "Oh, you're not a real operator," I don't care what you call me. I'm making money. I'm cashing checks. Doing all that stuff. So I don't understand why people get mad. Like I see people get mad online about it, but that's also not to say that real. I'm gonna say real owner operators, the ones that are risking it all. I could see why they're mad. I could see why they feel like it's like we're not real because they're probably jealous. Honestly, it's a great program. It's a program that you don't have to have good credit. You could use the program to financially stable yourself, to fix your credit, to save money, to get yourself financially ready to buy your own truck and become a real owner operator. You know what I mean? So they're probably mad. They're probably mad they couldn't get hired through Prime. It could be. Who knows? When I first applied on Prime, I didn't get hired. So I don't have criminal record. My driving record was good. I was good to go, and they still didn't hire me the first time I applied. So it could be many things. And so take the lease from Prime. Think of it as a franchise from Prime. Don't be mad about it. People get mad about, oh, I got to pay 28% of of what I sell. I mean, not what you sell. You got to pay 28%. Prime takes 28% of the load. Whatever the load pays, they take 28%. It's like a franchise fee. Like it's so much like a franchise that it's not called a franchise. But if the truck starts leaking oil, you got to pay for it. If your building starts, the plumbing starts leaking, you got to pay for it. It's you pretty much a franchise owner. So I don't know. What do you guys think? It might be crazy. I shouldn't give a shit because I don't drive for Prime anymore. But I just there's no need for Prime drivers to get upset about when you're not called real owner operator. It doesn't make it shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't make you feel like you're less of a truck driver than they are. You're just in a better spot than they are because you could start something great with bad credit, no money, and all that stuff that could get you there. You have to understand, owner operators have to probably work company driving for many years. Not only that, save money as a company driver, which they're not making much money, to be able to get the credit good, to be able to save money for a down payment, to be able to purchase the truck. So they go through a lot to become an owner operator. So we can't take that away from them either. But you can say like, all right, if you don't think I'm an owner operator, I'm not. I'm a franchise owner of a Prime truck. So I think that sounds better. I think that sounds even better. I'm a franchise owner. But that's the video today, guys. Don't be mad about not being called an owner operator. I know the title is probably gonna say, "Hey, you Prime driver, you're not a owner operator." I don't know. Just a video. Want to see what you guys think about it. Am I thinking about it the wrong way? Um, should I not really care because I don't drive for Prime anymore? But I got a lot of friends that do. I got a lot of friends that I made at Prime. Great people. Obviously, I was at Prime at the best years of Prime when COVID. It's not the same now, but it doesn't mean it's not a good company. I could say, I tell people all the time, I work for the best company as a leasing, and now I'm working as the best company to work for as a company driver, Walmart. So I have best of both worlds. I'm not going back to Prime. I like it here. It's great. Awesome. But be good, be safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and be proud. Call yourself a franchise owner from Prime.